Hey YouTube, Helsinki Rocks AGF here. I've been getting a lot of requests to do a video review, and I've had some trouble thinking of what game to pick. But since yesterday was Sonic's 20th birthday, I've decided to review Sonic the Hedgehog 1 for the Genesis. As you can see here, I'm using the original Genesis version. I thought about using the PS3 version, but I went against it. I just decided to use the original. The game, graphic-wise, for the time, was just an absolutely stunning game. An amazing use of the parallaxing and the blast processing of the Genesis. Just puts anything we'd really seen before in a platformer to shame. The way the backgrounds move on different levels, by the parallaxing effect. The game's very bright and very colorful. It's very beautiful. It's a very fast-paced game with lots of power-ups. You got the shield and you got the invincibility. Well, obviously you have your rings, which keep you alive as long as you have at least one. If you get hit with 0 rings, you die. Getting 50 rings and going into that big ring there will take you to a special stage where you can try and get a Chaos Emerald. And I actually ended up getting this first one here, but later on I failed in getting the second one. The sound design in this game is absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorite Sonic soundtracks. It's definitely my favorite Sonic soundtrack up until really the modern games. And of all the classic Sonic games, this one definitely has the best soundtrack. Obviously, you got the iconic Green Hill Zone and the Sonic jingle when it starts up. The classic Sega, and just so many classic Sega things and Sonic music spawned from this game. Sonic 2 has a good soundtrack though. Obviously, we got some really trippy level design here for these special stages. They don't make one bit of sense, but they're very fun, very addicting. Though speaking of level design, the level design in this game is amazing, and it has a nice balance between speed and platforming. A lot of the modern games, they do focus a lot on speed, and I wish there was more platforming, but lately they've been fixing that. But I didn't have a problem with the other gameplay either, just going fast. They're both fun. Once again, great sound here. Very simple controls. With Mario, you had 2 buttons. You controlled Mario with 2 buttons and a D-pad. One was run and one was jump. With Sonic here, you just have the 1 button, jump. I read in an interview with Yuji Naka that he got the idea for a Sonic, the fast character, after playing Super Mario Brothers so much that you always had to play the first world, and he would just try and get through the first world as fast as possible, and that gave him the idea for a sort of a speed platformer like Sonic. Very great game. It stands the test of time, and it's personally my favorite of the classic Sonic games. A lot of people complain about the lack of the spin dash that was introduced in Sonic 2, but I can stand this game without the spin dash, and a lot of people might say it's the nostalgia making me believe that this is the best Sonic game. But truth be told, I never actually played the original Sonic games. I don't remember exactly what my first Sonic game was, but I know it wasn't on the Genesis. I think I might have played Sonic R as a child, but yeah, I didn't actually play the first Sonic game until I bought Sonic Classics Collection for the DS, and I played through all of them, and Sonic 1 was the one that enticed me the most. It just felt the most timeless and the most classic. But I will give Sonic 2 that it is a great game as well. Chemical Hill Zone, or Chemical Plant Zone, is one of my favorite soundtracks in Sonic. But, yeah, I didn't care for Sonic 3 or Sonic and Knuckles or Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or I didn't care for those ones, and, that's a pretty different out there opinion for most people. Yeah, Sonic 1 is, to me, just the straight up the best of the 16-bit Sonic games. You won't get a better game than this. There's so much replayability. You have the level select code, so you can always jump to your favorite level. You get the sound test to listen to all the great music. These are just amazing games, and I grew up playing Sonic games, and I'd like to, wish Sonic a happy birthday. And if you check this out right here, I actually got the invincibility and made it over here And I think I glitched the invincibility because it stays like longer than it should, and I ended up killing him very easily because I had invincibility. But guys, that was my special review for Sonic the Hedgehog 1 for the Sega Genesis. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be going on vacation, so I won't be able to put out videos right now. But, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Take care.